I love making art with earth pigments. To me, it is a magical way of finding deep connection to nature, to land, to the world. It amazes me every time, the colors outside, underneath my feet, and the fact that I can paint with those beautiful shades that are gifted to us by nature. To me, an artwork created with earth pigments honors the beauty of our planet. It connects us to the peace and wisdom that nature always holds for us. Last week I started processing the pigments that I collected in the mountains in France. I also prepared 2 sheets of linen by soaking it in organic soy milk twice. I'm eager to create my paintings as natural as possible, and I'm curious to see where this little experiment will take me. If you have seen my recent videos, then you know that our dog recently died very unexpectedly, which was so hard and sad, and I'm still processing the grief. However, something happened in my mind after that I want to talk about. It is the second time now that this is happening to me. It also happened after my grandma passed away. Before their passing, there was something on my mind, multiple questions actually, that would take up a lot of mind space and energy, because I would feel unsure, I would have doubts, asking myself what would be the right decision. And then my grandma passed away, and now my dog did, and about a week after, suddenly the puzzle pieces in my head are falling into place, and everything seems very clear and obvious. The doubt is gone. Grief has this power to very suddenly take hold of you. Even if you thought you're feeling better and more at peace with the situation, now there it suddenly is again, all the sadness, all the heartbreak. It stops you from doing anything else, at least in my case it does. And I had this exact day recently, and all I could do is to sit down on the couch and let the tears roll and accept the feelings. It felt so uncomfortable and painful in the moment. But the more I let it happen, the more I had these moments of clarity come to me. I grabbed my journal this day and I was writing down all of it. I couldn't believe how obvious everything seemed in that moment. At the end of the day, I felt so much lighter, so relieved. It was really kind of beautiful. So you're probably wondering what became so obvious to me. Well, there were multiple things, but one of them was the decision to officially make myself available as a videographer for slow living cabins. I am incredibly passionate about building a life that feels slower, more intentional, peaceful, and connected to nature. I am also very passionate about sustainable interior design, helping people who create spaces that help others to truly take a moment of deep rest, to rediscover that connection to themselves and their natural surrounding again. It suddenly seems very clear that I should use my skills as a filmmaker to make these spaces more visible and show their peaceful beauty. It feels like a huge step for me, but it finally also feels like the right one to take. So I'm busy adjusting my website at the moment to reflect that and to put that service that I want to offer into words. Something else that probably is part of the grief process as well is my urge to clean and reorganize my space at the moment. Letting go of the old, keeping the good memories, but also making space for something new to come. Minimizing the stuff that I own always feels freeing to me. And it is also just so much fun to give things away, knowing that you could make someone very happy with an unexpected gift. Actually, there is something on my mind again that I'm still having doubts about. Maybe you can help me to find the answer to it. I'm thinking about having a sale on my older paintings. And on the one hand, I don't want to, because I think that original art is a product that is so unique. It is handmade and there's so much love and time that goes into every single piece. It increases in value over time. But I know I'm not the best in marketing, and showing my work constantly over and over again until it sells is not really something that I do naturally. I'm making new things all the time, and then the older works get forgotten about, which is a shame because I still believe in them. They are still beautiful and deserve a home where they can bring their earthy and calm energy into. So I still have artworks from 2021 that haven't sold, and they take up quite some space in my bedroom. And I feel bad about them not being on someone's wall where they belong. So I'm asking you, what is the wise thing to do here? What would you do? Should I put them on sale or not? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about this, so please leave me a message in the comments. I really love to hear what you would do in my situation. The sheets of linen turned out to be really difficult to get them smooth again. I think I never ironed a piece of fabric for that long ever before. The steam wasn't enough to get the wrinkles out, so I decided to make them even more wet again. But still, the end result is not free of wrinkles. Maybe this is another lesson. I feel that creating art holds so many hidden life lessons all the time. And while I realized that I can't get all the wrinkles out of the linen, I had this thought reminding me that nothing and nobody in life is perfect, and that I should embrace the wrinkles, embrace imperfectness, and simply focus on curiosity and play. So what I'm doing now is I'm making little test sheets to decide on the technique that I want to use on the bigger piece of linen. Every earth pigment and every combination of materials behave a little bit different. This makes this work very unpredictable, but exciting and lovely at the same time. There are so many different combinations of materials and techniques that you can use. You can paint on cotton canvas or on linen. Both behave differently. You can paint on raw sheets, but it's very different from painting on sheets where there is already gesso on it. You can have 1 or 2 layers of gesso, which also makes a difference. You can paint on a stretched canvas or have loose pieces. You can mix your earth pigments with numerous different binders. You'll get the point. There are so many options, and it's fun to explore what your personal favorite combination is. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still experimenting with it to find out what my favorite combination is. Okay, so the test sheets have dried now, and I actually have some really good news. Look at how beautiful they turned out. This was the swatch that we did on the white paper. So if you would paint with the pigment on a canvas that has white gesso on it, you would get that more of a bright yellow, which the pigment has. But I actually love very earthy, muted colors, and I'm really pleased with how the pigment turned out on the linen. It is so beautiful, so warm, and such a soothing kind of yellow. It's actually very much the yellow that I saw on the walls of the French houses in these beautiful villages. So another really good news about it is that the pigment, even the coarser pigment parts, they stay on the linen. I can brush with my hand left and right, and the pigment does not fall off. So that's actually really good news. So the linen is soaked in soy milk, and I also used soy milk as a binder for the earth pigment to make paint from the pigment. And it seems to be enough to let the pigment stay on the piece of linen, which is amazing. If you're still here, it probably means you enjoyed my video, which makes me super happy. Please take a short moment to push the like and the subscribe button. To me, it means a lot, and it is incredibly motivating for me to continue sharing those moments from my little art studio here in the Netherlands. I hope this video brought you inspiration and a sense of peace. I'll see you next week to paint on the big sheet of linen. Bye bye for now, my friend.